Hello students. So today we will solve one more problem from your first unit, that is insolvency of partners and dissolution of firm. Okay, so here we have a question of the day where I'll post the question afterwards in the group. Quickly I'll read. There is a balance sheet given by the of the three partners, okay, R and P, whose profit sharing ratio 3/5, 1/5, 1/5, that is 3:1:1, and balance sheet is given where in liability side you have a bank overdraft 28,000, sundry creditors we have 24,000, capital of two partners, that is R and P, 7,500 and 5,000. And if we'll go quickly to the cash in hand, then we have cash in hand 500, bills receivable 2,000, debtors 12, stock 19, machinery 16, goodwill 5, and ends capital, that is one partner capital is 10,500, which is showing overdrawn. And then the information is given that assets, all the assets got realized for rupees 39,875 and the expenses amounted to rupees 1,000. This is your realization expense, okay. And then they have that information, liability were paid 75 paise in a rupee. That means we are going to pay 75% of your these two, 75% of 28,000, 75% of 24,500, okay. That is your settlement. And then we have to prepare the dissolution accounts, assuming that all the partners declared insolvent. So let's start quickly, okay. So as we know, whenever we are going to get the question that is dissolution of firm, on the dissolution of firm we have to open the three accounts. One is realization, one is partners capital account, and one is your cash account. So I have just opened it, okay. And then first step we know very well. First step is what? We have to get all the assets from the balance sheet to the realization account. So I have got your bills receivable, your debtors, your stock, your machinery, and goodwill, okay. And then we had the outside liabilities, that is bank overdraft and creditor, okay. Now in last class there also we had all the partners got insolvent, but there we have opened the separate account for outside liabilities. But in this I am going to transfer, I am going to take the outside liabilities also in realization account. Both method, any one method we can follow, okay. So last class I have followed the one method, that is opening for outside liabilities separate account. So this time I am going to keep it, or I am going to transfer it in a realization account only. And after that we had the information in the question that all the assets got realized for 39,875. So that entry also I have did here. Assets realized, that means I am going to receive the cash. So cash amount 39,875, and as we have done the entry, we have got the cash. So just counter entry quickly I have did in the cash account also to realization account. And then again if you check the question, we had the information that the expenses amounted to rupees 1,000, that is your realization expense. So that realization expense also we have to pay in terms of cash. I have paid. So just now we have to do the start from here. We have to do the counter entry of this by realization expense, your 1,000 rupees. Fine. This is realization. It got attached. I don't know why. Yeah, every time happens. Let it be. Now, after that we had the information what? Liabilities paid. Liabilities were paid 75%, okay. So in a rupees, so we have got settlement, okay, that we don't have to pay the full amount of the liabilities. 75% of this also if we'll pay, that will be counted as a full payment. So if we'll calculate the 75% of 28,000 and 75% of 24,500, okay, then the amount I have made a total, okay, 75% of 28,000 and 75% of 24,500. Total amount we are going to get as 39,375. Again I am repeating, okay, 75% of 28,000 and 75% of 24,500. Total of those two amount if we'll make, we will get the 39,375. That means we have paid to the outside liability, that is cash, payment to your creditors and bank overdraft. Fine. So if we have did the payment, that means again I have to do the counter entry in the cash account. So do the entry by realization, that was your payment of creditors and bank overdraft, 39,375. Fine. Now in cash account, sorry, earlier only I was supposed to do the entry from the balance sheet. Balance brought down also we need to pay. We need to post actually. So 500 was your amount in the balance sheet of cash. So bank balance brought down 500. Assets got realized for 39,875. We paid the realization expense 1,000 rupees and we did the payment to creditors and bank overdraft 39,375. Fine. Now we need to close your realization account because we have taken the asset, we have taken the liabilities, and we have got the realization amount of assets, and we have did the payment to your outside liabilities also. So if I am going to make the total, okay, just give me a moment. So total of your realization will get 94,375. That means loss, and that loss we have to transfer to partners capital account. Who all are the partner? R is a partner, P is a partner, and N is the partner. And the total loss amount we are going to get it as a 2,000. And this we have to distribute among these three in the ratio of 3:1:1. So if we'll distribute that, R will get the loss of 1,200, P will get 400, and N will get 400. And this loss we have to transfer to our partners capital account. But before that, from balance sheet, okay, balance brought down their capital values. So their capital value was from the balance sheet 7,500 and 5,000. For N we had the overdrawn, so we will have the entry in debit side. Balance brought down 10,500. Fine. In the balance sheet, there is no reserves or profit and loss, so nothing to enter. Just we have to go after that directly for your realization loss. Realization loss, just now we have calculated. R is having the share of 1,200, P is having the share of 400, N is having the share of 400. So this much only the entry. Now please listen carefully. Okay, you have to compare the debit balance and credit balance of each and every partners. Okay. And then we have to check who is having the deficiency and who can make it good. Okay, because firm is dissolving, so we have to try maximum to settle the each and every accounts. Okay, now if we'll check for the R has to make good 1,200. Okay, debit balance is 1,200 and he is having in the credit side 7,500. That means he is having the sufficient. How much sufficient he is having? 7,500 minus 1,200, he is having the sufficient of 6,300. Fine. Now check for the P. P is having the credit balance of 5,000 and debit balance of 400. That means P is also having the excess amount of 4,600. Now check for N. N is not having any credit balance, but N is having a big, huge debit balance, that is total 10,900. So these two partners who are having the credit balance, they need to make this good. They need to make this capital deficiency of N make good as per the ratio, capital ratio, which is standing, okay, at the time of dissolution. At the time of dissolution. Okay. Then how to calculate that capital ratio, we will check. Fine. This was my working note, that's all. Now capital ratio, we have a two partner who are still having some credit balance, even though question is saying that all three became insolvent, but still they are having the some credit balance, so better to utilize that. Now R and P. First we have to take their capital balance from balance sheet. For R it was 7,500 and for P it was 500. And in this we have to this time deduct your realization loss. Okay, I'm saying that on dissolution, fine, how much the capital is going to be remain, in that ratio they have to bear the N's capital deficiency. This is not at all your Garner versus Murray rule, please. Now realization loss, R had 1,200 and P had 400. So they are left with the capital on dissolution 6,300 and 4,600, and we have to calculate the ratio between these two, which we are going to get 63:46. Okay, and whatever we had the capital deficiency of N's, that was your 10,000 900. This we have to distribute among R and P in the ratio of 63:46. And if we do that, for R we'll get 6300 and for P we'll get 4600. Exact amount. Okay. So as they are bearing, now we'll do the entry. Entry what? By R's capital in N column. How much R is bearing? 6300. Similar way by P's. P is bearing 4600. And now if you will check, we can close the N's capital account 10,900 and this side also 10,900. Balance made 6300, 4600 and 10,500 and 400. Both side balanced. Now coming to your counter entry of this deficiency one. So 2 whose you have bared? N's you have bared. How much R has bared? 6300 and how much P has bared? P has bared 4600. So if you will make the total now, exactly you will get the same balance both side, okay, which is your 7500, 5000, this side also 7500 and 5000. So capital account now close. Okay, what we did, because all the partners got insolvent and firm we are dissolving, so we have to try how much we can make the deficiency good with the available balance in the remaining partners. And R and P had the some excess, okay, after bearing their realization loss also. So that we have calculated, and we have calculated the ratio of that capital, and in that ratio both partner has bared the capital deficiency of N's, that was 10,900. Fine. Now we will just go for the cash account, and if you will check the cash account, we had the cash from balance sheet 500 and after, from the assets realization 39,875. From that we paid 1,000 as a realization expense, and we paid to the outside liabilities 39,375. And if we'll make the total both side, it is going to match 40,375, 40,375. So your cash account also got closed. So realization, partners capital account and cash account. Fine. So just go for this. If any doubt, you can WhatsApp me. Thank you. Have a nice day.